Hi, this is Lyn Widmyer. I have discovered as I approach the age of 75 that the senior years present both challenges and opportunities. So I have been interviewing my friends and community members here in Jefferson County to get their tips on how to survive and live gracefully through the golden years. So I am going to just briefly recap the people I've interviewed and hope that you will go and listen to them in more detail on my website, lynwidmyer.net. The first topic I approached was, how do we stay in place as we get older? Most Americans do not want to move to other places. They want to stay in their home. But as we all know, as we grow older, that can present some challenges. So my first the interview with Warren and Ann LaRue, he's 101, she's 96, offered some tips, including make sure you have a golf cart, because Warren uses the golf cart to get to the lawnmower to mow the lawn. Jack Young is living in place because of a wonderful group called SAIL, Shepherdstown Area Independent Living, which is a village that helps people do the daily tasks and keep them engaged and involved. I think we need more villages, not only in Jefferson County, but in the nation as a whole. Shirley Tolbert says they're going to have to take her kicking and screaming out of her house. And she has succeeded in staying put because of her family and her wonderful sorority sisters who check in on her. Doris Whiting, a crackerjack bridge player, is a good friend, and she's staying put even with health issues. But her family is there to help her stay in her lovely home, which is filled with memories for her. The Parzialis are still working as potters and are well known and beloved in the community, and they love their house. And the best tip I've gotten for staying healthy at your own home is from Ren, who says, whatever you do, get rid of your extension ladder. Some people, of course, don't stay at home. They move on. Dee and Tom Taylor moved to a community of 55 plus in nearby Virginia, and they offer their thoughts about what they like about that. Ellen May moved to California to be closer to her son and grandchildren, and she offers some insights into what was involved in selling her house and moving on. Of course, all of us, whether we stay in place or move on, have stuff that we have to get rid of. I interviewed Denzel Nybert, a local auctioneer, to find out what's hot, what's not, and Laura Lowe, who does sales online. She is the new face of getting rid of our unwanted stuff. Now, as we grow older, one of the benefits for many of us is having grandchildren. I talked to Eileen Davis about what happens when that perfect grandchild starts throwing tantrums. We all see pictures of happy grandchildren. What happens when your grandchild turns into a holy terror? Denise Burns also talks a little bit about another aspect of getting older, which is anxiety. I mean, I'll tell you, parking garages and roundabouts still give me heartburn. She talks about some techniques to deal with that. Retirement, for many who have worked for all our lives, like me, you have to say, now what do I do? Henry and Rose Thomas, retired teachers, talk about their thoughts about retirement and what they're going to do to fill the hours. Rose has already discovered drumming. For those of us in retirement who have our health and like to stay active, there's lots of activities to engage us. I have found pickleball, which I love, and I interviewed the Clissy Funkhauser, who we refer to as the godmother of pickleball in Jefferson County, about why she loves it and some basics on how the game is played. Lori Pottinger is a little more active and has hiked the Appalachian Trail twice, once back in her 20s and most recently in her 60s. She has some great thoughts about the joy that has brought her. As I said, all my interviews all involve folks in Jefferson County, West Virginia, because I love West Virginia. So it was a great joy to talk to my friend Carol Vogler about one of the most interesting traditions in the state of West Virginia, the Golden Horseshoe Competition. She missed it in 8th grade because of a snowstorm, and she's still bitter about it. Denzel Nybert and I shared thoughts about West Virginia's own little cryptid, the Mothman. And that's he grew up in Point Pleasant, where Mothman made his appearance, and still remembers those days. Local history is also important, and my last interview of the year was with Jane Rissler, just retired from the Jefferson County Museum. And she talks about the museum itself and what she considers the highlights of her career. I hope you will take the opportunity to listen to the wisdom of my fellow friends and community members here in Jefferson County. You may see and listen to them, all of them, at lynwidmyer.net. Thanks and enjoy.